mean, they're minus 260 to win this game today.
Wow. That seems like a big number.
It is.
Considering this is like team 1 and 2 and 3.
Canada's minus 1,500, which is why, like, in
US
context
2,
of the tournament, maybe it's not very big. But
before the tournament
in
started,
general, yeah.
I'm doing the thing where I say, like, well, it's like the Chiefs. This is Sweden, who was the third favorite to win, and the Bills, listen to me. The U.S. is just minus 260 to beat that team.
I think I have in my head the number plus 210, which I think is what the Sabres were underdogs to Colorado, which is probably about as big an underdog as they would ever be. And in the NHL, you don't get much more than that. So, I mean, by that, USA-Sweden is like the equivalent of the best team in the NHL playing one of the worst teams in the NHL. I mean, it's still hockey and anything could happen.
Of course.
But, I mean, it's about as big a gap as maybe like Colorado to Vancouver is, honestly. I don't know what that number would normally be. Like the biggest spread you'd ever get in the NHL. I don't think it usually climbs above like 300 very often. So
I was reading a little bit, Toronto-based media, that Auston Matthews has a lot on the line here. That really, he's the one. Because who are the two or the three best players the Americans are counting on the most, or the guys that will be looked at the most for, you got to get it done? It's Eichel.
Yep.
It's Matthews. It's probably Hellebuck. It's Quinn Hughes. Like, who are the guys with the pressure?
The pressure would be, I think, because Eichel's won. Kachuk has won.
That's where it comes to Matthews.
Matthews and Hellebuck are considered to be two of the best at what they do in the league, and they have the reputations for you shrink in the biggest moment.
Right. So here's Auston Matthews on a Leafs team that might not make the playoffs, struggling season for them, and oh well, sorry about that. You still have crushing pressure. You better win. You got a 2-week tournament, and the pressure's on you to get it done. And he had a great third game, which was nice. I saw Travis Yost asking, and there seems to be a general conversation about who the best American player is, and that Eichel has passed Matthews, and whether or not Eichel is clearly better, and we can all see, like, okay, it's pretty clear who the better player is. But Matthews has had a strong couple of games. He really has to win something. And by he, I mean he is a member of a team that wins something, has to win something to kind of get people off his back. So big game for Matthews on a Wednesday, on a Wednesday in February.
At 3 o'clock.
In Italy.
Right.
Yeah.
Good luck, man.
I would think that McDavid has more of that than Matthews does. He's been to 2 Cup finals in the last 2 years, lost them both, and now he's in the biggest spot in the sport other than that.
He scored the game-winning goal at the Four Nations, which is not a big tournament. I don't know that I want to... I think McDavid is in mostly Allen territory, which is, we know you're good enough, and it's not your fault.
Right.
And I don't think Matthews has that.
That's fair.
He's
I think
definitely
that's fair.
great.
It's almost like McDavid is Allen and Matthews is Lamar. Sure. It's not just like McDavid's not winning, but he has been I almost said incredible. Florida has shut him down pretty well.
Whatever.
But like,
he won the Conn Smythe as a loser, right?
That's right, 2 years ago.
Like,
the general scope, for the most part, he shows up. He's still the best player on the ice. They just haven't won. Whereas, and that's Allen, right? For the most part, you can point to the Denver game if you want. But for the most part in his career, he rises to the occasion in the big game, in the playoffs, but they just don't win. Whereas Jackson has shrunk a bit, has played worse than he has in regular seasons. They've lost. That feels like Matthews more so, which is sometimes you do this disappearing act, and I don't know where you went for games 3, 4, and 5 of a playoff series. Even you bring up the Four Nations, I think it probably won't get remembered based on what happens in the Olympics, but maybe it'll get added to it. What happened in the Four Nations was in overtime, you had a chance to win the game and got robbed, and then you lost McDavid in coverage to lose the tournament in your own end right after. So I don't know how much that gets pointed out too. Like I think McDavid's right to bring up. I would go Matthews over him for this specific point, though. I mean, Matthews hasn't even been he's been to the second round once in his career, and did they get swept? Like, has he won a game past the first round?
Did they get swept or they lose?
They played Tampa, and I thought it was a quick series.
I think it was.
I don't remember if they got swept, though. But either way, like, McDavid has been to the finals twice, and yeah, like you mentioned, he won the Conn Smythe. He's led the NHL playoffs in points 3 different times. So I don't disagree though on him. I just don't. I would put Matthews above him on that
Fair.
point. Like McDavid does have to win something of meaning too at some point.
Sure.
People want to see him do that. He should win that. I mean, he's one of the best of all time. Like, it's hardware. I feel like he deserves some hardware too.
Matthews?
No, McDavid.
Oh, McDavid, right. McDavid, for sure. Like, McDavid is, I mean, we'll see if he gets to an actual Stanley Cup like Crosby and McKinnon have. But, like, it is a tough ask asking a singular player to just win it, especially these tournaments with best on best. Like, you've got to beat all the others. If you're Matthews and you're saying, like, oh, the U.S. didn't beat a team chock full of McDavid, Crosby, McKinnon, Makar, like, you're a bum, it's a tough ask, but you know, have the best tournament you can. In the chat, they're wanting to draw a line between McDavid and Allen, which is fine with me. I don't really care. Like, okay, yeah, McDavid's been to the Cup final twice, and Allen's not been to the Super Bowl. This year notwithstanding, though, all I mean is no one that's serious would say it's the player's fault he hasn't. Mm-hmm. No one that's being honest about it would do that. I mean, like, listen, you can go online these days and find people that are wrong on purpose, and you can respond to them, and if you do that, you're part of the game. Like, I watched a video the other day of someone claiming Josh Allen was a bottom 5 NFL quarterback. Like, that's a person who's trying to get you to post it and mock them. Like,
I'm very glad my algorithm doesn't have that coming up.
Like,
I didn't know that happened.
Like, don't fall for that stuff. Anybody that's worth anything would say that, for the most part, Allen has been good enough and not get fully blamed. I do wonder if this last offseason at least opens the door for a different conversation. Like, if he does that again or has another game again where he falls short, it might start to get louder about he just doesn't have what it takes, which, whatever. Like, he might have had it, and his little windows or his tiny opportunities here and there were thwarted by his own coach or his own defense or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Well, that's right. But as these losses start stacking,
once I get 15 of them, it's going to be a different conversation.
Not even just the total losses, but these losses that are stacking where they have chances to win at the ends of games and their offense is not getting the job done. Like, I don't always put that fully on him because they're throwing screen passes in these plays.
Right.
And, like, am I supposed to blame him for that?
And
maybe
I don't blame him.
Maybe they're checking into it.
I certainly don't blame him for the final play in Denver that kills them because he did his job.
Right. Like, there are more moments in the Denver game to blame him than I think any other playoff game.
Sure.
Any other playoff loss.
Cincinnati's a weird one, but yeah, Denver is the one.
You're more on the hook for the Denver game than the other ones. But I do think because you had chances to win against Kansas City twice in the previous 2 years, that if you get another one this year like that, where your offense is out there, you got touchdown to win it, field goal to win it, they've had these situations, and you don't close the deal, then that is going to get louder.
Yeah.
No doubt that's going to get louder about Allen specifically. And I don't think that's really attaching to him right now.
It also gets louder if they lose in the future with a different version. Now, if there's a different coach and a different defense and a lot of different talent, like, maybe it gets different. It gets louder.
The thing that I think helps him too is that avoid that is his career numbers in the playoffs are still like one of the best. It depends what you're looking at, but if you're looking at touchdown to interception ratio, if you're looking at EPA per play, like, he's one of the best playoff quarterbacks ever by some of those numbers, and that I think bails him out. But how much of that?
I might want to take out 2 games and do the math again.
I know, like, that
like,
is.
There were 2 incredible games.
How much does 9 touchdowns, no picks in 2 games against New England and Kansas City drive that forward? I mean, probably a lot, but not the whole thing. Like, he's had other good playoff games.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Pittsburgh, he had 3 touchdowns and had a 50-yard touchdown run on top of it.
Pittsburgh.
So, like, he's got those games too. But I think he's gotta, like, this has been my point about the offense and Joe Brady the whole way along. Like, their offense has to get the job done. They've had chances and haven't. And he's at the center of it. But I just don't think he's also had the most help. Screens on third downs.
Yeah.
At the end of seasons.
803-0550 if you want to join us. Jeremy and Joe, we've got Joe Marino, the Locked On Bills podcast, at 7 o'clock today. He's going to be at 7. And David Leggio joins us at 9 o'clock to talk some hockey as we gear up for the U.S. and Sweden at 3 o'clock today.
By the way, on the Matthews point, he has in his last 31 playoff games, which is the last 5 playoff series for him, in 31 playoff games, he has 4 goals. what is that, a 10-goal pace
It's not
over
too-
82-game season?
Not too good.
Like, it's been bad for him.
Yeah.
So I wonder what kind of credit he'll get if they win gold. He'll get total credit as long as he plays well. But I'm with Travis. Like, Eichel's their best center. I might say Quinn Hughes is their best player, but I think Eichel is absolutely their best forward. I don't even think it's been relatively close in this tournament.
Hughes is amazing to watch. I love watching Quinn Hughes. I think Jack Hughes has been good in this tournament too.
He has, and he was bad. He was bad in the Four Nations last year, but he's been very good.
Jack Hughes has been good in this tournament, so we'll see who we count on for this one. Matthews, Eichel,
Tage, power play Tage.
Power. I mean,
He doesn't play a lot 5-on-5.
Get him out there. Find a way. The Kachucks, like, you want to say who their best player been? Has Brady Kachuk been one of their top 3 players too?
Yeah.
Like Brady Kachuk.
I mean, that line itself has been the arguably their best 3 forwards.
Brady Kachuk might be on the very, very high on the list of you don't think of him as a household name, superstar name, and then you watch him play for a team that you want to win, and you're like, oh my God, I would kill for that guy. That's the guy I want, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's incredible. He's a lot of fun to watch. I mean, Matthew Kachuk's great too, no doubt about it, but something about Brady Kachuk, that is he like the de facto captain of that team? That line, the Kachucks and Eichel, like that is the heartbeat of the team. Whether it's the way they play or Eichel himself, like just the way he controls games, and Kachuk with, like he scores big goals for them. The way they fought at the Four Nations, those Four Nations fights. Go back to those for a minute. Those were cool in the moment, aren't they? Of value now too. Like that was an opportunity to talk like U.S.-Canada smack in a random little mini tournament that was probably not allowed to fight you next time. But I want right next time we can't do this. If we meet in Italy, this isn't going to happen. So we're going to do it now because we want everyone to know that the U.S. is not scared of Canada or whatever the subtext is. Like it was awesome. It was awesome in the moment.
It was. There were 3 of them in the first minute.
Yeah.
Or not even a minute. It was like 10 seconds.
The third guy to fight was
JT Miller fought Colton Parayko, I think.
All right. Less cool.
Not as cool, yeah.
The other 2 fights
If there
were
had been a third Kachuk brother, it might have been a little cooler.
We needed that.
That fight always felt to me like, oh, I gotta get in on this.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Right.
JT Miller's just that kind of guy to me. It's very on brand.
I mean, the Kachuk brothers fighting, though, immediately was
amazing.
Awesome.
It was a great moment, and it probably helped lead to some of the anticipation of the Olympics as well.